5:94. Trying to come and sit down, and guess who's in the spot? Taking out the bed. But day rating's a 7. Maybe an 8. I'll go 8. I think no reason for a 7. But got up, walked the pup. I'm trying to get ready to go for a run. I tried to go by 7:30, ended up being 8. And got in 7 miles. I told myself I wanted to make it to a certain point. And it was pretty close, but I had a friend that said, hey, let's hang out again. I've got a free day. If you're off, let's go get some lunch or something. I said, okay, great. And then we decided to hang out, but they said they had to go drop off their kid, and I thought they had to take another errand. I was like, okay, they'll get here by 9ish. And so I think I just told myself that probably my part in both, but my bad, both parts. But I said, okay, so they're gonna drop off the kid, got the errand. I think they dropped off the kid around 8:30, so they'll get there around 9. I got plenty of time. And so I go for my run, and I wanted to do a minimum of 6, possibly 8. And I got out, and first mile was 7:58. It was like, great, it's below 8, which is good. I'm feeling good. It wasn't too hot, and went 7:27, which is about where I wanted to be. And then 7:20, back to back. So like, okay, I settled into a pace, and this pace feels good. And I turned around at 3.5 miles, and then went 7:14, then a 6:48. And at the last mile, I didn't even realize I was picking it up. I believe it was just because I was at a light, and it's right around a mile. And I'm waiting. Finally get the green. And I always like to pick up the pace a little bit just to get across the road before any cars that I don't see come around. And I don't know if that made sense entirely, but I try to get a good view of the cars that are there. And while I know which ones are there, I try to make it across the street. Does that make sense? Okay, good. And so I'm picking it up. I said, let's just hold the pace for a while and see how long we can go. And I'm going like, this feels really good. Let's just keep going. I tried to make it so that it wasn't a race pace, but just a comfort level pace. Just keep going with whatever's comfortable today. I was going, got about maybe a quarter mile left, and then there was this little dog walking without a leash. And about 20 feet behind that dog was another dog with a guy with a leash. And I was like, is this your dog? He's like, no, I just have a collar on it. Is there anything? I had a collar, but it just had some number. So I was like, I don't have my phone. Do you have a number by chance? I'll see if it's got the number. So we look at it. The dog's like a little poodle size, but longer hair. And so we're there trying to figure out how to get the owner. And then some guy comes around the corner and like, oh, there you are, princess. Da 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 da. Like, it's your dog? Like, yeah, it's my dog. Sorry, just out in the back. And I turn around for a second and it's gone. So like, okay, cool. But I'm glad that the owner came around, picked up the dog, and then came back. And I saw that my friend had texted me and said, hey, I'm outside your place. Hey, I'm here. Hey, if you don't answer in the next couple minutes, I'm going to head out. And maybe you had other plans. I was like, I felt so bad. So immediately I got on the phone and called them. But hey, I'm so sorry. And thankfully they were just around the corner. They said, I just went to go get coffee real quick. But yeah, I told you I was going to be there. I was like, I'm sorry. I thought last time we hung out it was around 10, so I thought I had plenty of time. And you had said yesterday that you had to stop by the shelter to drop some food off for people or help hand out food. So I thought I had at least another hour. I said, it's my fault. I should have said, hey, I'm going to go for a run. If you're headed over this way soon, I'll be back in 45 minutes, or whatever it was. I said, my bad. My fault. But thankfully, they were just around the corner getting coffee, so they were here in 5 or 10 minutes. And I showered. We chatted a bit, like, what are we going to do? And, like, well, they said they needed to go shopping for a couple things. We said, cool, where's your stores at? I said, oh, there's one over here. I'm like, really? Okay, because if we're on that side, there's this really cool Mexican restaurant called Manuel's. And I wouldn't mind going, so if you're hungry, we should totally go. And so we head that direction. We go to their little shop. They accidentally charged the card after they bought stuff. I mean, we walked around for about 15-20 minutes. And then they picked out a couple things. And then they charged the card for 3 items and not 2. So we had to go back in there. They had to call the manager, and the manager had to call the owner or something. And finally they said, okay, here's the receipt. It should go back onto the card in 2 or 3 business days. I said, okay. And if not, here's our names, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, great. Let's go eat. So we went to go eat. They said, how do you know about this place? And I said, oh, I used to work down here. One of the first times they got food was from this place, and they got really good chips and salsa. And we had taquito, like the mini taquitos, mini tacos, and chimichangas, and it was really good. And when I found out how close it was, I was like, I gotta keep going. So now I like to go there with my family and friends. So yeah, it was a nice little time. We went and enjoyed food. We were there about an hour. And we came back this way, chatted for a bit, played with the dog. Momo was always excited to see new friends. So I got to wear her out a little bit, give her a little bit of the leftovers. Had some shredded beef there for her. And then I kind of passed out. I think I had a lot of chips. And about a half hour after they left, I was trying to watch. What was I watching? Attack on Titan, and it just dozed off. About an hour and a half. It was on and off again, an hour and a half, so it wasn't comfortable. I didn't want to come back to the bed and just totally crash out. I was like, oh, I just need a 20-minute nap. So normally the couch is good for that. And today it wasn't. I should have just came in here and slept, and that way I could have got up a little bit earlier. But then tried to walk the dog, and she was just kind of, meh. I don't want to go, and she kept kind of hiding. Eventually I was like, come on, we need to go. And she came into my room, sat on the bed, and tried to hide underneath it. So I was like, okay, I'll give you another minute, but we need to get you to go outside, go to the bathroom. And eventually we did. And after that, I went to go fill up some water. And then they raised the water again at the other station. So instead of being 35 cents, it's now 50 cents. So I think anywhere you go in the valley, it's 50 cents. Which I feel like they should have a mandate. It should never be more than a quarter. I feel like it's water, and we all need water, so it should be extremely affordable. But whatever. Then came back, and my friend had texted, hey, did you watch the new episode of House of Dragon? I said no, but thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna turn it on now. And this week's episode was confusing. They had another time jump, and they had 2 new characters. Well, 2 new actors playing 2 of the other characters, and so it took 10 or 15 minutes to be like, okay, so those are the same people I was just watching in the last 5 episodes. So I don't know, probably my least favorite of the episodes so far. And then what did I jump to? I jumped to something else to watch. Attack on Titan a little bit. I'm in season 3, I think halfway through season 3 now. Then I don't know where else. Ate a little chicken burrito. I wasn't too hungry after Manuel's, but I knew I needed to eat. I had a good run today. Did some more pull-ups. did 30, which I'm trying to get back on. I fell off a little bit, so I'm trying to get back on, but I'm just also fixated on the race right now, so I just want to run more miles and back off the weights a little bit, which I'm not even doing a lot of weights, but it's just whatever I was doing before, I feel like it's just getting cut. So I'm trying to find a good balance. After that, finished some laundry and came in here to lay down, but it's late. It's 11:52, so I'm gonna try to go to bed, call it a night, get ready for tomorrow. And tomorrow we got going back to salsa lessons. So that's it from here. So run your life with health and happiness. Have a good night.